Welcome everyone to another episode of the Black Christian Geek. I'm Richard L. Scott, and all the opinions you're about to hear are my own. I'm not being paid or sponsored by anyone at this time. So any contributions you give will be greatly appreciated. But more importantly, right now, in the life of me trying to establish this channel is the feedback. Someone contacted me offline, but if you would submit questions in the comments or contact me with one of my social media outlets to give me feedback, that'd be great. Subscribe, share the channel with others if you find it beneficial, and consider giving the video a like on Facebook or a thumbs up on YouTube. That's important because I really want to provide valuable feedback. On the last episode, I was discussing taskbar settings. Well, the person reached out to me and said, I watch video, and although I want to support you, I was completely lost. Thus, humbling me to go back to what I'm going to call Windows basics. I'm going to go through 3 things in this video, and hopefully it's going to help clarify some things. Basics. I'm still on an early release version of Windows 11, due to be released in just over a month on October 5th. But what I'm about to cover will largely be the same in Windows 10 as it is in Windows 11 as far as the language goes. If you look down here on the bottom of the screen, everything you see along this bottom row here is what's called the taskbar. The taskbar is actually this space that's behind it. The icons that you see on here are the applications. Historically, in my opinion, old language, but some people still say programs. Programs or applications are the items that reside on the taskbar. You see Microsoft Edge, which is Microsoft's new default browser, is there. You can tell what's open by the little black dot. By the way, that's something else that they borrowed from Mac OS, from the Mac OS, but stay focused, Richard. So when I open, I'm not going to restore that because I'm not sure what to open. But when I open the Edge browser, it gives the local temperature here in the Jackson, Mississippi area, 85 degrees Fahrenheit, beautiful day. And you see the little line underneath it to indicate what's open. When I hover over it, it gives a preview. But this space down here is the taskbar. If you wanted to add something else to it, I click the start button. On Windows 10, it'll be all the way over here to the right. But the start button brings up other applications. I'll just pick Solitaire, if you will. If I right click, I can pin to taskbar. And notice when I click pin, it puts Solitaire now on the taskbar. So the taskbar is nothing more than this bar that you see along the side that icons reside on as a quick shortcut or a quick way to launch an application. So if I click on Solitaire, it goes out, open up. That's pretty nice looking. Believe it or not, I'm experiencing this for the first time. But again, I'm not going to get sidetracked. So I close that, and you notice the underline went away from underneath it. And the same way here, if I open it back up and close it, the line underneath it goes away. So that's how you know what is open on taskbar or not. This is my OBS, which I'm using to record this video, and my only office document to kind of help keep me on track to make sure I'm covering what I hope to cover in this video. Thus, the system tray are the icons all the way over to the far right, and that generally holds the farthest over your clock, the date and time, all the way over to the far right hand side. And if you hover over the other ones, this will be a little different in Windows 11 and Windows 10, but they're largely the same. And this chevron that points up, if you click that, it shows you other hidden icons that run in the system tray. System tray items are generally of two nature. They're one, things that generally run automatically when the system first starts up, and it's does cause a system tray because it's items like the update, your security updates, the Wi-Fi, the sound, things that what we call run in the background. That's what runs in the system tray. The last thing I'm going to mention, I promise to do a complete video on this, but nevertheless, I think it bears mentioning as an introduction in this video. What you see back here in this big open space, this is Microsoft's new Windows 11 bloom, like a blossom of blooming of the new offering of Windows 11. Not enough said about that. But in this space, this is what's called your desktop. The picture that appears in the background is called the wallpaper, but the background space is called the desktop. You hit personalize, and you can select different wallpapers for the desktop. I'll select one. That's a vast difference. So the desktop is still the same. The desktop is the entire surface that you see back there. The picture that you see is considered the wallpaper. Now here's what I want to show you that I'm not going to spend much time on, but I'll make a complete new video on next time I come here. For people who insist on keeping files or folders on the desktop, I'm going to say test folder. This test folder is saved on my desktop. If I open this folder up and we actually go, if you look on the right hand side under your quick access, you got downloads, documents, pictures, music, video. Those are all folders, but so is desktop. If you click on desktop, you see that exact same folder that I just created. Show you one other thing, and then we'll be done for this particular video, and I'll go in greater depth in future videos on this. But I'm going to come here and I'm going to create another folder called test folder. Well, I'll say testing folders on the desktop. And as you can already see, when I hit enter, you see it rename. So this is a folder that's also reflective of the desktop here. So you got test folder, testing folders on the desktop. And if you look in the File Explorer and click on downloads, you see the files I've downloaded, which I don't have in it, but desktop, and you see those two folders that I created. I know I promised to keep this basic, so this may not make a lot of sense, but I'm going to come back and I'm going to do an entire video on this alone. But again, just to do a brief recap, we discussed the taskbar that's on the bottom, the icons that's placed on it, how we can add to it, and I'll show you quickly, and you could just say unpin from desktop to take icons off. The system bar, which shows system icons on the right hand side and background running apps, and the difference in wallpaper and the desktop. The wallpaper is the picture you see that's on the desktop, but the desktop is the complete surface that you see. And I showed you by opening up the File Explorer that the desktop itself is just another folder that contains whatever you store on it. Again, I'm Richard L. Scott, the Black Christian Geek. If anything you saw today has been beneficial to you, please, please, please consider subscribing to the channel, giving me a thumbs up, telling others about the channel. And if this wasn't beneficial to you, stick around, hang in there, give me another chance, and I hope to produce more videos coming soon. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video.